Hello my dear students and friends, welcome to Alex International Online Tutorial. This video can be accessed on YouTube platform. Today I will teach you regarding resources and development. This lecture is totally free of cost. So if you have any problem, you can comment in the comment box. Now tell me, what is resources? What do you mean by resource? And what do you mean by development? What do you mean by resource and what do you mean by development? So resource means everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs. Suppose our need is clothes, our need is house, our need is food. These all things are resource because it is used to satisfy our needs. These products are used to satisfy our needs. It should be technologically accessible. Suppose we have some resource which can't be accessed technologically. What is the benefit of being availability of that resource in our environment? So anything, it doesn't matter what, anything is a resource when that thing is accessible to us. It should be economically feasible and culturally acceptable. So these points are very important. Culturally acceptable, economically feasible, these are termed as resource. Now we are human being. So we are interactive to technology as well as institutions as well as physical environment, that is nature, and we are interdependent to each other. Although resources can be divided into, classified into, distributed into two parts, the natural resource and the human resource. The natural can be divided further into two parts, renewable and non-renewable, and the renewable resource can be continuous as wind, water, or biological. Biological can be further divided into natural vegetation, which we called as forest, and wildlife. What is wildlife? We will talk it later. Although you have studied about wildlife in class 8 in the book of science. Non-renewable resources are classified as recyclable as metal and non-recyclable as fossil fuel, coal, petroleum. Now human resources are of two types, the structures and institutions, and quantity and quality. Now the process of transformation of these things available in our environment involves an interactive relationship, what we have discussed right now, interactive relationship. And this relationship between nature, technology and institutions. Human beings interact with nature through technology and create institutions to accelerate their economic development. Suppose we are taking an example of a student. You all are a student, but after some time you will be doctor, an engineer, a district collector, an IPS. So what is this? This is called development. So do you think that resources are free gift of nature? Obviously not. Resources are a function of human activities. When you will think that resources are free gift of nature, the possibility of overuse increases, which results into misuse of that resource, can create tremendous problem for future generations. It may be that it may be unavailable in the future generation also. Are you getting the points? So human beings themselves are essential component of resource. Right now I have discussed with you. Now they transform material available in our environment into resource, as construction of bridge. What is happening in construction of bridge? The materials are transformed in the form of bridge, which help people of that locality, of that area. Now on the basis of origin, resources are classified as biotic and abiotic. On the basis of exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable. On the basis of ownership, means that resource belongs to whom? Is it individual? Is it community? Is it national? Is it international? On the basis of status of development, it may be potential, it may be developed, stock and reserve. Now development of resources. As you all knows that resources are vital for human survival as well as for maintaining the quality of life. Not only it is needed for survival, it is also needed for maintaining the quality of life. So it was believed that resources are free gift of nature. As a result, human being used them indiscriminately, and this led to the major problem. Did I discuss with you? Obviously yes. Because resources are not a free gift of nature. Resources are free gift of nature only when you use it wisely, when you use it very carefully. So that problems are depletion of resources, for satisfying greed of individual. My friend, greed can't be overcome. Greed is the only thing in the universe which increases and increases. It can't be overcome. Now, accumulation of resources in few hands, which in turn divided the society into two segments. One who have more and more resources are rich, got it, and who are lacking for resources are poor. Now, indiscriminate exploitation of resource has led to global ecological crisis also. Listen to this word, ecological crisis, such as global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution, land degradation. It can create a vital problem. It offers a direct channel for flood, drought, raising of temperature, that is global warming. So an equitable distribution of resources has become essential for a sustained quality of life and global peace. So that the trend of resource depletion can be controlled in a specific or particular manner. And for this we need resource planning for sustainable existence of resource of all forms of life. So sustainable existence is a component of sustainable development. Now we will talk about sustainable development. Sustainable development means what? Development should take place without damaging the environment. And the development in the present should not compromise with need of future generation. Are you getting the points? For this, in 1992, in June 1992, more than 100 heads of states met in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil for the first International Earth Summit. The summit was for addressing urgent problem of environmental problems. And the Rio Convention endorsed the Global Forest Principle and adopted Agenda 21. Now a question arises here, what is Agenda 21? Now we will talk about Agenda 21. What is Agenda 21? So Agenda 21 is the declaration signed by world leaders. It is a declaration signed by world leaders in 1992 at the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, UNCED. Listen it, which took place at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It aims at achieving global sustainable development. Global sustainable development, globally. It is an agenda to combat environmental change, poverty, disease through global cooperation on common interest, mutual needs, and shared responsibility. Not a single personality can change it. It needs a shared responsibility of the citizen of any country, society, village, or at global level. Now, so planning is what? What is resource planning? How can we planning for a resource? Planning is a widely accepted strategy for judicious use of resources. It has importance in the country like India, which has enormous diversity in the availability of resources around the world. There are regions which are rich in certain type of resources but are deficient in some other. Got it? So there are some regions which can be considered self-sufficient in terms of availability of resources, and there are some regions which have acute shortage of some vital resources. We can take an example. For example, state of Jharkhand. For example, state of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh are rich in mineral and coal deposits. Okay. Arunachal Pradesh has abundance of water resources. But what about the other? But lacks of infrastructure development. Got it? The state of Rajasthan is very well endowed with solar and wind energy. You are well known to this. But what about the water resources? The cold desert of Ladakh is relatively isolated from the rest of the country. So it has very rich cultural heritage, but it is deficient in water infrastructure and vital minerals. So this call for balanced resources planning at national level, state level, regional level and local level. Resource planning in India. Resource planning in India is a complex process. It includes identification, inventory of resources. It involves surveying, mapping, qualitative and quantitative estimation and measurement of the resources. Got it? Matching the resource development plan with overall national development plans, India has made concerted efforts for achieving the goals of resource planning right from the first 5-year plan launched after independence. When you will take a glimpse of post-independent India, the steps taken to improve the economy of our country, the one of the best plan was first 5-year plan. We generally call it as Panchvarshiya Yojana. So it was launched just after independence. The availability of resources is necessary condition for development of any region. But mere availability of resource in the absence of spending change in the technology and institutions hinder development. There are many regions in our country that are rich in resources, but these are included in economically backward regions. Now, the history of colonization reveals that the rich resources in colonies were the main attraction for foreign invaders like Portuguese, Dutch, British, Spanish. It was primarily the higher level of technological development of the colonizing countries that helped them to exploit resource. What do you think about India? What was the major reason behind exploitation of India by the Britishers? One of the major causes was the availability, the abundance of resource in our country, especially spices in the southern part of our country. The Dutch were attracted with that spices. India has experienced all this in different phases of colonization. Therefore, in India, development in general and resource development in particular does not only involve the availability of resource but also the technology, quality of human resource and historical experience of the people. So resources are vital for any developmental activity. If you want to develop in any field of economy, you need any type of resource. So this was all about today's class. We will study further in the later lectures. Thank you. And if you think that this lecture has provided you a little or more knowledge, you may subscribe the channel and you can comment. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Keep studying.